Hello and welcome back to my day 2 solve of this, the Exit the Game Advent Calendar, the Silent Storm, the 2023 calendar from Exit the Game. And yesterday I solved the puzzle behind door 1 and identified where door 2 is. But just before I open that door today, let's have a look again at the storybook. So the calendar comes with a help book with hints and solutions you can use, and also a storybook which tells you what's happening each day. It has a prologue I read yesterday, and then it has individual pages for each of the days of the Advent, which you can read to tell you what's going on, because there's a story that takes you through. So you're in Santa's complex, and you've been locked in because there's some sort of emergency, a silent storm in fact, and it's your job to work your way through the rooms, unlocking the doors by solving puzzles. And yesterday we solved a puzzle involving sweets. So the story starts: amazed, you let the sweet melt on your tongue. Have you really figured out the first code purely because your stomach was rumbling? You walk to the door, the combination works, the lock opens, and you enter the room behind it. And so it tells us that in the room you find another employee ID card. What should you do now? Rums! There's that word again. It was in yesterday's calendar in the prologue. It's to do with the vibration of the building. I don't know whether the word has any particular meaning, but it's an odd word, isn't it? The ground begins to shake terribly again, and then you start to get a transmission, a loud noise and a crackling sound. You hear an indistinct voice. It's good that you are on your way. Must work together somehow. Well, that's clearly the boss. It was Santa. What luck! His voice comes out of a loudspeaker somewhere behind the pipes. Found the pneumatic tube issue. Great. I sent a message to you earlier. In help in all emergencies. Well, the connection is terrible and keeps breaking off. Boss, I can't understand you very well, you shout loudly. But apparently Santa can't hear you, and continues, have to unlock one door after the other. Report to me, whenever possible, over the loudspeaker. After a long hissing noise, you hear, very important, first press the red start button, and that's in bold. Best to do this with a pointed object, like a pen or something, with a little force and right in the middle. Don't know what that's referring to. Then I'll do what I can. And then the voice stops. An oppressive stillness settles over the room again. Like that. Although the floor still moves slightly, which suggests we're going to be doing some pushing of the floor, the room in the calendar when I open it. Anyway, the start button, no problem. You find it quickly. Now open door 2, behind which there should be 3 riddle cards, B1 to B3. And there's that symbol at the bottom. I think that's blank on the back. It is. Let's have a look at the calendar. Here we go. Put it up again. And here is door 1 from yesterday and door 2. So no further ado, let's open it. Oh, hello. And on the back of the door, we have a picture of what looks like a radio. I was going to say an old radio, but I guess current radios can look like that too. And some cards that refer to. And then here's the room. It said that Santa was talking through an iron pipe, and so I guess this is the iron pipe here in the picture. What else is there to see? There are, well, plenty of pipes. You can see that start button it's referring to. And look at this. On the wall to the right, there are coloured shapes, which are all sliders. And I think each shape and each colour is different. That does appear to be the case. So there is a red oval with a 0 under it, and there's a light green semicircle with a 1 under it, and so forth. And there's a start button, which I think you can see quite clearly has a groove cut in it when I shine the light on it. And then the top of the room is pipes, and the bottom of the room is pipes. Right, now before I go any further, I should look at the cards that came, which I very nearly forgot about, to be honest, having taken them out of shot. There are 3 cards, and the first of these is an employee ID card. I got one of these yesterday in door 1, and I didn't need it then, so probably I won't need this today. Department tree decoration, and it says again, department head. And then we have those symbols inside the room. Emergency procedure list, panic, icy cold, sadness, tiredness, silence, craziness, and they each correspond with. Okay, so each emotion corresponds with a series of 3 symbols, which in turn correspond with 3 numbers, which is what we need. Because each day we are looking for a 3-digit number we can put into our decoder table to work out where the next door is. And then the last card has quite a bit of text. Ooh, hold the box sides left and right, horizontally, not too tight. Follow the arrows on this card. You're nearly there. It isn't hard. Move it gently back and forth, sometimes south and sometimes north. In between moves, a little quiver will help the calendar deliver. Right, so the sheet of paper said, after a long hissing noise you hear, very important, press the red start button, use a pointed object with a little force and right in the middle. And then it says about the floor moves. So let's do that. Let's push this pen in where it says start. Oh, look, there's a hole. I didn't see that before. There's actually a hole through here. It's not, yeah, you can probably see now with the light shining. It's not quite flat, it's a bit of cardboard, I think. If I push in here, okay, so follow the arrows on the card, and I tip it, I think, and my assumption is something's going to come sliding out the chimney, which is remarkable if so. I've never seen a puzzle like that before. Hold the box horizontally, and as far as I understand this, I need to move it gently back and forth. I need to tip it, I think. Sometimes south and sometimes north, a little quiver. So shake to the left. Do I need to keep the pen in? I don't think so. Shake to the left, shake down, shake to the right. Okay, shake up, shake left, and the moment of truth, shake down. And nothing happens. Okay, so my understanding, I might be wrong, is that pressing here releases something in the calendar, and that once it's then released, it will slide around, as my guess and total guess, but will slide around inside the pipes and come out the bottom of the pipe. So I'm going to try this move again. Okay, nothing appearing. I think that's probably correct, but I could be completely wrong. So we'll have a look at how the hints work, which I didn't look at yesterday. So past instructions, there are hint sheets, and it's quite a clever design. What you need to do is fold up. So to read the first clue, I fold up like this. And it says, before you can solve the puzzle, you must press the red start button. Well, I've done that. Nothing happening? Well, try using a pen. Oh, nothing happening. What am I expecting to happen? Did it just lift the room up higher? I don't think so. I can feel there's some cardboard here. Nothing happening. Huh. Press the start button with the tip in the exact centre. Okay, I've done that, I think. Done, then have a look at riddle card B3. The arrows show you what to do with the calendar. I feel I've done that. So now I fold to the blue line, it says. Second clue. Did you press the start button? Now take the advent calendar in both hands. First hold it horizontally so the doors all point upwards. Oh, I call that vertically. Horizontally is surely with it flat. So the doors all point upwards. What does it mean by point upwards? I mean, that's away from me, right? Upwards is up in space. Not clear. Okay, so that's why it didn't work, I hope. Right, I will turn this round. Let's follow the instructions together. So here is my room, and I'm expecting something to come out here. So, this is really quite exciting. Shake it to the left. That sounds like a Spice Girls song. Shake it to the left. You know what you feel. Sadly, it doesn't seem to be working. So I am completely stuck. I mean, I can look at the solution. Tilt the advent calendar in each of the directions one at a time. You should now see a small button appear in the hole. Not quite English, but I assume it means a little tile, some circular thing has been rolling around inside. That makes sense. It's supposed to appear in the hole, and it will show you an emoji. And then, as I surmised, you pick the one from here and use the code in the room. I'm guessing it says to move the levers and enter the code. All right. So there's not much to this puzzle except for the bit of fun and joy of getting it to reveal it. But sadly, it won't do that for me. I'm going to give the calendar a bit of a shake upside down in case that unsticks something. I mean, I can just open the side of the calendar and take it out, which I think is what I'm going to do. Here's the room I was in. If I take out the little box, what do I see? Oh, here's what I pushed through very, very hard onto this bit of cardboard. And what is here? Oh, look. No wonder nothing came out. There was nothing in there in the first place. Whoever assembled this calendar forgot to put in the token that is meant to come out here. Isn't that a shame? So what was clearly meant to happen, it's very clever, isn't it? Look at that. What was meant to happen was meant to be, is that under the thing? Yes. So, okay. So presumably it was meant to be something stuck here, is my guess. And that then when I pressed on here, it would unstick it here, it would flop into here, it would slide round and come out and be delivered to me. Anyway, never mind. Let's put that room back together. We'll forget about it as the calendar goes on, and I'm sure every other room will be fine. Right, well, that's day 2. I would say solved, but it obviously isn't. I need to just copy the solution because I didn't get to do it because it's not included in the calendar. So I'm looking to go with code 602. So let's do that. So 602 would have been on this card, just looking inside the room again. The numbers, 6 is the green triangle upwards. So I'm guessing I got the silent one, and that was 0, I remember, and 2 is the light blue, yes. So you would have got silence, which is quite appropriate because there's nothing in there. I suppose metaphorically I did get silence. Anyway, 6:02. So there we go. Massively anticlimactic, I'm afraid. At least it wasn't day one. That would have been a real disappointment. I would have had to go and buy another calendar, I think. 6:02. Okay, 3 rights. Let's see if 3 rights, correct or wrong. I mean, it's guaranteed to be correct, isn't it? Because it gave me the answer. So, right, we're in door 2, and we go right 1, right 2, and right 3, because we've got 1 for each arrow. So first arrow, second arrow, third arrow. And we should see on this door, and we do, a hexagon plus circle. So with no real sense of achievement. Was it this one? It was, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3. We should write door 3 here, and hope for better things tomorrow. I normally say at this point, I hope you enjoyed that, but I have to say, whilst it was potentially a very, very cool puzzle, it does rely on being assembled correctly, so that was rather a shame. But I have great hopes for the rest of the calendar, so do please join me tomorrow when I will open the next door, and I'm sure all will go smoothly. And in the meantime, if you want to check out some of my other videos, then do please do so. There'll be some links at the end of this video because I've solved the previous 2 years' Exit Advent calendars, which were great, and I didn't have any problems with my calendars. And a whole bunch of other Advent calendars too, including 2 others I'm doing this year, both of which have chocolate when you solve a puzzle each day, which is a bit of fun. So I'll have a link to those at the end of this video too, hopefully. Also, do check out my website, drgarethmoore.com. There it is. And by here, there should be a link directly to it where there are loads of books for sale from loads of different publishers, lots of different types of puzzle, even escape room type books. And they will make great Christmas gifts for you or anyone you know. Feel free to buy as many as you want, but do actually, one thing that I really would appreciate is if you haven't already, if you can subscribe wherever it is down here to the video, that really does help. And if you can like the video as well, and also comment. Why not comment below? If you have the calendar, let me know. I would love to know if this door worked for you. I'm sure it probably did, but it would be great to hear your comments or see you or read your comments. I guess I can't hear them, but you know what I mean. But anyway, until I see you in tomorrow's video, I hope, or some other video, then all that remains for me now is to say goodbye and take care. Bye.